pivoting this very large, iconic brand and creating and transforming their supply chain was something that I just couldn't pass up. My name is Ernest Nicolas. I'm the Chief Supply Chain Officer at HP. The reason why I joined HP is really just the opportunity to transform this global iconic brand. I was really excited as I met the CEO and he started to talk to me about the future of HP, the next decade of HP, pivoting this company that was known for hardware toward a company that was going to focus more on solutions and services. That was an exciting journey for me. Having been in predominantly a hardware company at Rockwell Automation, something that was focused on industrial automation, pivoting this very large, iconic brand and creating and transforming their supply chain was something that I just couldn't pass up. I have not changed companies often. This is only my third company. I worked for General Motors before Rockwell, but I've changed jobs quite a bit. A lot of people get excited about changing jobs. They think they've mastered it after a few months. The reality is you've got to go through a business cycle. I have the ability to comprehend the role to make the right decision given a certain business climate. What shaped my career aspirations really starts with me being a manufacturing engineer. I'm a manufacturing engineer first, and that was my core. But working on the shop floor, I very quickly saw, just in the spirit of globalization, things started to shift outside of the four walls. That gave me the inclination to just think differently about what do I need to learn in order to compete over the next couple of decades of my career. It pushed me back into university, back to get a master's degree, where I focused a lot of my time on the end-to-end supply chain. Really thinking outside the four walls of what I say is make, but if you think of just the SCORE model, plan, source, make, deliver, return, I really need to learn more about plan, source, deliver, and ultimately return. Once I finished graduate school, I truly started to dive into the other areas of the supply chain. Key milestones or achievements. The first position I'd say was becoming a plant manager. It's the first time that I owned the four walls of a factory. I owned everything that happened inside, and I felt ownership and responsibility of that 24/7 operation. I felt ownership and responsibility of all the people that worked in that factory, and honestly, the families that we were supporting through that factory. That in of itself, to me, was a big accomplishment. It was an exciting journey. I enjoyed it, and I think it was critical and core to my learning as a supply chain professional. The second, I'd say, was my time in sourcing. I learned a great deal in sourcing. As a manufacturing professional, which is how I grew up, you tend to be a bit direct and at times a bit abrupt. There is a notion of get it done now, seize the moment, be certain you close immediately. There is a reality in the business realm that you've got to be able to flex your styles. You have to be more versatile. And sourcing taught me to do that. More versatile relative to how I engage with internal stakeholders, more versatile relative to how I engage and approach negotiations with external suppliers, vendors, partners, you name it. But all in all, it realistically just brought me to a different way of approaching business. And for that, I am forever thankful to the sourcing professionals that I worked with that mentored me and guided me through that role. I'd be the first to tell you that no one gets to these executive leadership positions without strong mentoring and strong sponsorship. I've been blessed to have had both. People that I would often say have allowed me to get in the ring and take some body blows, but never allowed me to take that knockout punch, to be certain I remain motivated, I remain pushing the agenda, I remain delivering results. Everyone seems to think that they have to move on to the next job right away. And I was once one of those individuals. I thought to myself, oh, I figured this out, I got it. But the reality was I couldn't make the decisions that my leadership could make. And my point in that being, don't rush it, enjoy the moment, and then look for that right opportunity that can honestly build on your experience and allow you to grow and develop as a professional. I'd like to see the supply chain pivot to have many more inclusive end-to-end leaders. Diversity of individuals, diversity of thought, diversity of background, I think is needed in a significant way across supply chain. When I think about inclusion, what really excited me about joining HP 20 months ago were just the bold goals they had set as it related to inclusivity. 50-50 gender neutrality in management by 2030, doubling the number of Black executives by 2030. Those goals were meaningful to me. I believe in the power of inclusion and what that means for individuals. My hope for the future is that supply chain leaders and their organizations can make these bold commitments just as HP has.